Hi, I'm Claire Kerslake from clairekerslake.com. Today I'll be talking about how we can reduce our risk of chronic diseases by up to 80%. I've recently come across an article by Dr. David Katz, who's a preventative medicine doctor, who cited some research saying that we can reduce our risk of chronic diseases such as heart attack, stroke and cancer by up to 80% by doing things we know about now. So this isn't new research about a new cure or something whiz-bang. This is about stuff that we know about now. Dr. David Katz is author of the book Disease Proof, and I look forward to bringing you a review about that soon. But I'm just so excited about this. So today I'll be talking about 4 things that we can do that reduce our risk of those chronic diseases, as well as some practical things on how we can incorporate that into our lives. So the first thing, eat more fruit and veggies. So what we do know is that most of us don't eat enough fruit, and even more of us don't eat enough veggies. The other thing is we tend to underreport what we eat and overreport our exercise. Now we don't mean to do that, it just sort of happens. So some practical things that we can do in our lives to increase our fruit and veggie intake. The first thing I recommend is a food diary. It just brings some awareness around our diet and what we're eating. And from there we can take a look at that and see, okay, am I eating my 2 serves of fruit a day? Is there a way I can incorporate some veggies into my life? So some tips that I can offer to do that are perhaps making a lovely veggie soup on the weekend, freezing it for use during the week. That's a wonderful way to increase your veggie intake. Another point is, can you incorporate some veggies into your snacks? So that's something I'm looking at the moment in terms of, for instance, some vegetable sticks for morning or afternoon tea. How about a green smoothie? Have you tried one of those? So it's just important to be open and have fun and experiment a bit with a few things that might help. Point number 2, move more. What we do know, and we've all heard about it, increased screen time, we're more sedentary, and to make it worse is we're sitting for prolonged periods, which research tells us is as bad for us as smoking. And I fall into that category. I'm sitting for long periods talking to clients or on the computer. So some practical things that I do in my life is to set a little timer. So if I'm, perhaps doing some computer work, every 25 minutes a little bell will ding and I know I get up and move. I'm not a natural exercise lover, so this is a biggie for me. So things that I've done is I'm currently seeing an exercise physiologist who's devised a program for me, and I see her fairly regularly. I do the program at home, but I know that she'll know if I haven't been doing it regularly. So that builds in some accountability. So you can think about, what would work in your life to build that accountability in. Just wearing a pedometer is a really easy trick to increase our exercise or our movement. We know we're 27% more active if we're wearing a pedometer. So have a think about how you can incorporate more movement into your day. Point number 3, really a no-brainer tip, don't smoke. So I don't think there'd be anyone around now that wouldn't agree how harmful smoking is. Now, fortunately in Australia, smoking rates are declining because, the prices have got so high now with taxes, etc., and that's such a good thing. If you're still smoking, I'd invite you just to have a think about that and see if there's ways. For instance, in Australia we have the Quit line that have lots of free resources that can help you to kick that habit. And what I'd suggest you do, keep a jar with all the money that you'll save. You can spend that perhaps on some healthy fruits and veggies, etc. The 4th point is stress. Many people in this day and age experience chronic stress, so that wonderful stress response never switches off and that relaxation response doesn't get turned on. So adrenaline and cortisol are produced, and they produce a range of effects through the body. Things such as increasing our blood pressure, shunting blood away from our digestive organs, increasing our blood sugar levels, and they have a direct impact on increasing our risk of chronic disease. So how can we reduce the stress in our lives? I'm a mindfulness meditation teacher, so probably the first thing I would say is to learn to meditate. And that will not only make you feel great, but it has a dramatic response on reducing that chronic stress and switching on that relaxation response, right down to our genes. It's absolutely extraordinary. So I encourage you to find a meditation teacher or simply get on YouTube and check out some beautiful YouTube videos. But if that seems you're not quite ready for that perhaps, simple things that you can do in your life to increase the relaxation response, just get out in nature. Simply being in nature helps to switch off that stress response and increase that relaxation response, which is fantastic. Other things that you can do are things such as just have fun, laugh, which is absolutely a wonderful way that you can switch on that relaxation response. So today I've talked about 4 things that we can do to lower our risk of chronic disease by up to 80%. Absolutely huge. So just to recap, eat more fruit and veggies, move more, don't smoke, and stress less. If you've liked this video and you're watching on YouTube, I'd love you to like it, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to head on over to clairekerslake.com. Lots of great resources there to help you create awesome health in your life. Looking forward to touching base then.